Hey guys, this is Jesse here. You're watching JLSComics. Today I wanted to take a look at a little something from my collection, and it is the Adam Hughes Catwoman run from 2005-2006. The actual series started in 2002, but Adam Hughes picked up with the cover artwork on issue 44, which you can see right here. Writing's done by Mr. Pfeiffer, and then you have Woods, who is on the interior art for the first few issues. Once we get through, it's going to change over to David Lopez, but in the beginning, you actually have Mr. Woods writing. I think it's for about 10 pages. It's Pete Woods, and then Will Pfeiffer's the writer. So Adam Hughes did the run all the way through, well, it's 44 to 82. 83, it's considered part of the volume, but it's sort of a one-shot for Blackest Night, which was one of the events for the series. And you can see here some of the interior art. This was kind of the pre-glossy paper days. For the interiors, what it has on that side, jeez Louise, there we go. So you can see some of the interior art there, okay? So that's issue 44. So there you go. The story's interesting. I would definitely want to mention the story for these. Basically you have, Catwoman, and she's out on the street. She lives in the East End of Gotham, not Gotham proper, where Batman is, and she's kind of, fighting her own crimes there. She meets Hush. Something's happened with Black Mask, and she ends up kind of joining a group, which is, consists of Hugo Strange, Captain Cold, the Angleman, Angelo Bend, I think his name is, and we meet another guy who we will see later on in the series, but he is sort of like a high-tech guy, and he is an undercover cop, and they kind of go through that. She's sort of more like the protector. She's she's a hero in this, okay? And you find out that they're kind of all led by Black Mask in this. Trying to get the glare off of that for you guys. Of course it won't, for some reason. Let's see if we can turn them a little bit. Alright, the bags are going to be a little weird there, but we'll kind of bring them out. Alright, so there is issue 46. Okay. Issue 47. And again, these are all Adam Hughes covers. We get some good guest appearances with some of the more higher powered folks. Batman comes to talk with her a little bit. Okay. And she kind of has a bit of a crisis, as to who she is. Is she a villain, or, is she, what exactly is going on with her? She gets killed, well, sort of. She gets stabbed right in the head and shot. But because of what happened in the first issue, she broke into one of the Star Labs, and, she ends up having somebody help her. But, it doesn't give anything away because, that's like into the 40s and we have a lot of issues to go. So clearly she comes back. And we find out Zatanna comes and basically tells her that Zatanna kind of like mind wiped her. She brought her up to where the Justice League were living, up in their orbital station, or on the moon, or wherever it was, and just kind of like told her, okay, you need to be good from now on. So she kind of has a crisis, and she is, and look at this cover, she is lost. She doesn't know. At the end of 50, she breaks out all of her old like cat suits and stuff, so don't quite know where she's going. She doesn't know who she is, really. And that's kind of where they're alluding to with this cover. These numbers here are significant because they're from the show Lost. and the numbers are kind of there's a code that basically kind of predicts doomsday, and that's part of that algorithm. So they wrote this, or he drew this as an homage to the show Lost, using those significant numbers, but it's also a reference to Catwoman herself being lost and not really knowing who she is. So there you go. There's issue 51. Issue 52, this ends a big arc where we think we see her kill Black Mask right at the end. The run on these, it was fairly small. They're averaging about 20,000 per issue. Mid-20s, say, estimated print runs on these. But Infinite Crisis had ended, and then it went to 1 year later. So they kind of had a big sweep through all of the entire DC line. Everything was jumped ahead 1 year, hence the 1 year later. And because of that, a lot of people are picking up, to complete that story, a lot of these other books. This is one of them, and this is actually a second print. The first printing for issue 53 is blue instead of red. But because of that 1 year later tie-in, and the Infinite Crisis tie-in, it came to them needing to make a second print for it. So that's what you see here, second print for issue 53. Okay, so it does jump 1 year later, and we do actually switch. Starting at issue 53, we went from Pete Woods on art to David Lopez. Pfeiffer's still doing the writing. I believe he goes all the way through. Will Pfeiffer goes all the way, almost all the way through. He goes up to issue 82, which, like I was saying, is sort of the end of the series. And this kind of gets into Catwoman a year later, trying to figure out who she is. She is pregnant. She has a baby, so she is not really Catwoman right now. She has somebody named Holly who is Catwoman. And this kind of all ties into a gentleman by the name of Film Freak. So they deal a lot with Film Freak. And there's two Catwomen. She's struggling with helping Holly, dealing with her new life. This is 56. Taking care of the baby. And also kind of like, she wants to have her new life. This is an homage cover. This is issue 57, obviously. Still Adam Hughes. To Lone Wolf and Cub, which was another series that ran through a lot of issues. Basically, there we go. Sorry about that. There she is with her baby. Still trying to be a hero. Protect her baby from all the crazies in Gotham and the world. Pretty cool cover, actually. There you go. That's issue 57. So 58, Satana's back. She owes Catwoman a favor, so she comes in to help. And you see they're still dealing with some film folks here. Issue 59. Issue 60, and you see Selena and Holly both on the cover. Issue 61. This is a really cool cover. I like this just because I like motorcycles. She's on the cover on her motorcycle. Alright, issue 62. And there you can see the man she had the baby with was a cop at one point. He went undercover, got too lost, alienated all his friends, kind of got washed up, drunk sort of guy. Not a good father for Selena's baby. Okay, this is issue 63. It's a very cool cover. Okay, issue 64, and that glare is killing me. Really not helping much. A little bit. Alright, 64. I think this was one of the first covers of the run that I got, actually. I found it for a good deal, and it kind of piqued my interest in it. Definitely knew about Adam Hughes, but you know, this issue kind of sparked this cover my interest in picking up this entire run. So there you go. That's issue 64. Issue 65, another cool cover. If you ask me, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this a little bit. There we go. So there's 65. Still in the glare. There we go. 66. So there she is. That's Holly. And Selena in the background. And the baby's missing. Okay. 67. And you get some people from before. That's Hammer and Sickle. They were part of the group from the beginning. When they were with Captain Cold, like Snart and those people. So here they are again. They're back. Super powered. They used to be KGB. They were bio-engineered superpowers. So there you go. This is a really cool cover. You got Selena, then you got Joker, Two-Face, Poison Ivy, Killer Croc, Man-Bat, bunch of other people, Mr. Freeze, Harley Quinn. Looks like Strange over here. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Show you these up close. There she is. Alright, this is a cool cover. This one's really kind of gone higher up in the popularity quite a bit. Mostly that's very striking red cover. But if you look right here, it is signed by Mr. Adam Hughes. Okay. That's where he normally places it. And that's his signature in silver ink pen. So there you go. Alright, here's issue 71. Issue 72, more Zatanna. Happy and Sad. 73, that's a super cool cover, very dynamic. Okay. 74, another very popular cover these days. 75. Here's 76. Cool. 77. Run Catwoman Run. And we are up to May of 2008. We started in 2006, so we've gone through a couple years of Catwoman Run. There she is, fighting Cheetah. This was the last book I needed to complete the run, so you've seen the first one and the last one for me. Alright, that was 78. Okay. Here's issue 79. We're getting close to the end. Okay. Issue 80. Definitely like this cover a lot too. Okay. 81. Actually, I'm gonna end up saying that for all the covers. I like them a lot. This one's cool. She's just hanging out there with the lights. Okay. 82. Okay, so this was kind of the end of the run. And then we had Blackest Night. And this came out, issue 83, 2010. So you can see this was October of 2008 is when it ended. So you go jump ahead 2 years, just about, before you get issue 83. And then this is Tony Bedard, Marco Mars there. And it's still Adam Hughes who did the cover. So that's it, issue 83. So there you go, that is Catwoman. The whole run. Put some Dasani there, sparkling water. That's the whole run from issue 44 all the way up to issue 83. And you got to hear a little bit about the story itself. I know a lot of people talk about the covers. You know, the covers are, you know, the big star for this run. But now you know a little bit about the story as well. And you got to see some of the interior art. But let me know down below if you've read this, if you like the covers, which ones you have. Which one's your favorite? I'd be interested in hearing that. And that should do it. This is Jesse here with JLSComics, and I'll see you guys next video.